Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the afternoon. Great show to end the week here today.
Absolutely.
We've got Jena Dennis back in studio, and we've got Brett Kuzoian joining us as well. Did I say that right?
Oh,
Nailed it.
Boom!
awesome. We got a little bit of practice. Hi, Elton.
That's right. We got a lot to talk about, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot going on with Hastings, of course, as we always like to talk about. They've got their festival that's coming up again soon, too.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Yep.
I can't wait for
and
that.
Cabbage, Potato, and Bacon
That just
Festival.
hit me.
Yeah.
That just hit me that I've started seeing ads for that.
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. And then, of course, we'll round out your show with your events, your funnies, your horoscopes, all that good stuff that you expect from us on a Friday.
I love that you're on deck today, too, so that'll be so special for everybody out there.
Yeah, but I'm going to skip mine.
What?
Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they've been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. Founded on honesty, integrity, and community service, that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive to this very day. They have got an amazing service facility as well as an amazing sales department. You just can't beat them here in town. You can also enjoy, which no other dealership has, Ford's Garage on
hello.
premises.
Definitely.
Come on.
Gosh.
You're out shopping for cars all day. You want to take a break, grab a burger, grab a drink. You can do that. Then get back to your car shop. I say it all the time, David. I like to do that stuff in person. So it's great to have that restaurant down there.
Right.
You look at cars, you go eat.
Get a 904 Now burger.
Get a 904 Now burger,
Very
fresh
special.
mind after some food, and then you can make a great decision. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they offer the best in pricing, selection, and service just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, of course, the Bailey Group, because no matter where you want to go, the Bailey Group will help you get there together. Their first priority, helping you take care of yourself and your family. They want to sit down with you, have a quick, easy consultation, learn more about your personal situation, identify your dreams and goals, and even understand things like your risk tolerance. Sometimes that's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but it's one that they can walk you through.
I mean,
totally.
it's going to save you some coin every month.
It is.
Definitely have the
It is.
conversation.
You have the conversation,
Right.
man. Yeah.
Don't overpay. Yeah.
Exactly. Long-term relationships that encourage open and honest communication have always been the cornerstone of their foundation of success. Give them a call. Let them give you some peace of mind. 904-461-1800. All right. Jenna, Brett, how y'all doing this afternoon?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Good to see y'all. So, how'd you guys get connected? Was it through Hastings Main Street? I know you guys are doing a lot of cool stuff together now.
Yeah, so it was awesome. Chris Shee actually did an
Of
intro
course.
with Brett and
Huh.
mentioned that, he's very community minded, and we were super excited to have him join not only our organization, but he actually ended up joining our board. So we were thrilled for him and all his experiences in business and his business getting involved. He's been instrumental on a couple of our key projects right now.
Which is landscape architecture, sir, right? That's what I learned on pre-show, yes.
Yep, that's it.
Tell me about landscape architecture. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so we're licensed professional design consultants, landscape architects. A lot of your bigger projects that you see, whether it's projects put forth by cities and counties or large commercial projects,
Okay.
require the license, which the license has a lot of components that come with it that take into factor the health, safety, and welfare of the public through design. It's technical, and a lot of times on more complex projects we work with engineers and architects, and whereas the architects kind of focus on the vertical component and interiors, landscape architects generally speaking, we focus on the exterior horizontal component. So really everything that you see from waterfronts to streetscapes, public parks, pocket parks, sports complexes, a lot of times those are led, in part by landscape architects.
So as somebody who was in like the construction world, right? Like this is kind of a thing with people who are in the construction world, right? We drive by places and we're like, oh yeah, I worked on that one, even though I did very minimal work on everything I worked on. But what's the place you drive by where you're most proud of and you're like, that's me right there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Being the father of two little kids, I kind of have a spot in my heart for the parks that we do for the kiddos, that, when we're doing splash pads as part of a park and, trails and things like that. Those are cool when you go out there and the project's finally complete after a year, 2 year of conceptualization, design, and construction. And, you're seeing families out there enjoying the spaces. I think that's kind of fun. And then be able to bring your children out there and see them kind of run around and touch things that, daddy began with a hand sketch and it's turned into something reality.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. And then also, I think even things you don't really see, but you see the workings of, like master planning, parks master planning is a big part of what we do. Recently for the city of Daytona Beach, which, obviously no matter where you're at in the nation, you've heard of Daytona Beach. And we just completed after a year, almost a little over a year, their parks master plan, first one in their history, which is basically informing the next 2 decades of their parks and recreation development,
kind of a big
renovation.
deal. That's great.
It's a really big deal for a community of that size that's growing at the pace that they're growing. So we got into demographics and market analysis and, the existing parks and what we can do operationally, internally to their organization structure with employees and maintenance. So it's really a soup to nuts master plan. It's not just a graphic plan of a park system. It's I think the book was like 2 inches thick when we were done, and
Wow.
several hundred pages. And we had sub-consultants from all over the nation helping us put it together with different components. So seeing something like that, that's not ever something you're really going to, go out and drive by. But the fact that we've kind of, prescribed the future of Daytona Beach, a community of that stature, is super exciting for me personally and professionally.
So
That's
where did
awesome.
where did landscape architecture come from? Is that something you studied? Is this a passion of yours? I mean, how did this all develop into Castle Bay design?
Yeah, great question. When I was a kid, my dad was in a related industry, and I remember as I was kind of getting into the high school years, he was starting to pick my brain a little bit on what I wanted to do, and it was always an engineer or a landscape architecture thing. And obviously, my dad knowing me very well, he kind of found qualities in both that he thought I would gravitate to. But ultimately, I chose landscape architecture because I had a part of me. I love the technical side. A lot of what we do is very technical. But there's also a creative pull I had, and landscape architecture is a perfect dovetailing of those two things. Just in our studio yesterday, we were working with a contractor on a stormwater issue, drainage. So that's a big part of what we do.
Gosh, can you help downtown? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so working out some fairly difficult stormwater drainage issues, and then yesterday in the afternoon before we closed up shop, we were working with an architect out of Texas that we've got on a big project over here, actually in DeLand, where we've got a pre-engineered metal building that's going to be over this $4 million pickleball complex we're building over there. And we were working out some structural details. So it gets to the point to where, we leave it up to them to kind of optimize it, but we have enough knowledge of the construction aspect of things that we can really get things moving along and kind of get it 75% there. So that when we need to bring on a civil engineer, or structural engineer, or geotechnical engineer, we've got or an architect, we've got the enough momentum of that snowball rolling down the hill that we can really nail that.
Wow.
So I think that's a little bit of our calling card, is that there's a lot of great shops, landscape architecture firms throughout the state and throughout the nation. But I think our calling card is that we kind of understand construction a little bit more than the typical firm, and it helps.
And this area too, I'm sure that helps too, because this area is unique.
Yeah, and it's growing fast, and there's a lot of work, and there's, like I said, there's a lot of great firms out there doing a lot of great stuff, and we pride ourselves on always pushing the envelope from a scope of services. I like to say in our office, we cast a wide net. We're always adding services. We're always continuing to keep our foot on the gas pedal, and trying to do special, impactful work. It's a great thing about landscape architecture is you are literally changing the face of the earth.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Well, I know you've got a big heart for nonprofits, working with the youth as well.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like that world has kind of called out to you? Because I know you get involved heavily in a lot of things, including the Seamark Ranch, which we talked about before the show.
Yeah, that was a big one. I have to kind of give a hat tip to a client and personal friend, Chris Shee. Chris owns Master Craft Builder Group and Heritage Development Group. And years ago when I met Chris, when we first came into town in 2016, Chris was one of the first clients we had. And, he gave us an opportunity. And as part of that relationship and working on some design projects with him, Chris had a couple things pop up. And he said, hey, I think your design skills would meld well with what we want to get done for, whether it's the American Legion Post 194 out in West King area, Seamark Ranch, St. Augustine Youth Services. We've done work for the St. Augustine Yacht Club and the Youth Sailing Center. So, and a lot of that, I have to give a lot of credit to Chris because he got us introduced to these, and it just, to use that snowball analogy, we just kept working with each other. And anytime anything pops up at Seamark, we've been heavily involved in that. We've done some of the Coles courts out there. If you've been out there with, the sports complex areas, right now we are completing the pool for the kiddos
That's
out there.
right,
So
yeah.
we designed
Yeah.
the pool with Chris's brother Brad and Francho Barba.
Yeah.
Francho kind of was the tip of the spear on the funding for that and getting that moving forward. So he was huge. And then Brad's been the quarterback on the construction side, and we've been working with some other groups to make sure that all the pieces are fit into the right places. But that should be ready for some cannonballs here pretty soon. So
Cool.
I think the kiddos
That's
are getting
exciting.
excited.
That's exciting, man,
Yeah.
because I know that's a big deal for them out there.
It
And
is.
there's been a lot of effort, a lot of thought putting into making that whole complex, that facility, into
Right.
something that's
It's
comfortable, livable, and extraordinary for the
Yeah.
for the folks that are out there.
Yeah, it's a special place, and the work they do is very special.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of special, we're in the middle of a revitalization for Hastings Main Street. How do you guys tie into that? Or we got some cool plans for landscaping out there in Hastings?
Yeah, we really do. And that's what's exciting about having someone that's so talented and, gifted in that field is he's helping us take our existing assets and really bring out the best in them. Everything from some new conceptualized plans for our long-term goals of what we want to do aesthetically to the community, including redoing the pavers on Main Street. We have a big pocket park that's getting ready to move forward over on Cochrane, which is at the corner. It's right around the corner from the new library. And I can tell you, no matter what a community has ideas of what we'd like to do and bring to fruition, without someone that really understands the ins and outs of the inner workings of how to make it happen, it's challenging. We would love a park, we would love pavers, we would love it to look nice, but bringing all that together in a way that actually functions and can be brought to fruition takes a whole nother level of skill. So we've been so grateful to Brett and his team for helping us achieve that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And you guys have, speaking of Hastings, you guys got a big event coming up.
We do. We have a lot of stuff coming up. So
Yeah, you do.
you definitely want to go to our website and check out all the upcoming events. One thing I'll mention, February 22nd, Saturday the 22nd, we have a Rotary Work Day to actually prep the field that we're doing, the Cochrane Pocket Park. So anyone that would like to come out and get involved, please feel free to stop by that day.
Cool.
The community is going to come together and work on that project. But coming up is our big cabbage, potato, and bacon festival.
Yes.
So many exciting events. Friday, and I'll just give you a real quick synopsis. Friday night, we're kicking it off with a James Beard Foundation dinner. Michaels has graciously offered to host that, and we have a lot of great sponsors for that event. Saturday, we have two different events going on that are for our foodie folks. During the day, we have a wonderful luncheon tasting where there are chefs that are going to be doing demos and a tasting. That evening, we have a family-style dinner event where you can get tickets and come and taste all of the local greatness of all the local chefs and farmers.
Awesome.
And then Sunday, we're going to have a local Hastings recipe group that's going to come in, and we're working with IFAS to create an amazing event for that day.
Cool.
But Saturday is also the lawnmower races.
Oh boy,
Yes.
we know all about that.
Yes, we are super excited. Of course, Florida Man Games has graciously partnered with Hastings Rotary, and we're working on doing the qualifier at the Florida Man Games.
Yeah.
And then the official race will be during the Cabbage, Potato, and Bacon Festival.
That's going to be
fun.
awesome. That was so much fun to watch last year, and I'm
Yes.
excited to have you guys involved with Florida Man Games.
It
We
is.
got a big host for this thing at the
I
Florida
know,
Man
I
Games.
heard when you
Wow.
posted, I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
Jeez, we've got an Earnhardt.
I know.
Jeffrey Earnhardt. It's really exciting.
Yeah. So anyone interested in being a part of the lawnmower races,
Yes.
we are still taking applications. Make sure you check out our website. We'll be posting the applications, I think, today or tomorrow, so you can start registering to become a part of the lawnmower races.
Awesome.
And there's going to be something really cool that happens during the halftime show at the lawnmower races.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
You didn't ask me yet, but okay.
well, no, this is the one you are involved in. This is the Kiss the Pig.
Oh, it is?
Yes, we're going to do it during the lawnmower races so that we get all the exposure. So we have a group of local celebrities, including the 904 Now Boys, that are going to be celebrating with us our agricultural background and heritage, and we're going to be offering up this cute baby pig with a bow on it. And it's going to be a fundraising event where everyone can donate to see who they would like to kiss the pig.
Okay.
So Sheriff Hardwick, Sheriff Gator, of course, the 904 Now boys. We have
I don't think we have to worry about it.
No,
I think those
we'll be
sheriffs are going to
okay.
soak up all the votes.
Definitely,
Man. We're
yeah.
just there kind of as the extras, like, let's do some.
Why I signed this up, sir.
Yeah, perfect. I think they're going to get stuck with the kiss of the pig.
Yeah, and then we have former Mayor Jody Bateman, and then we
nice.
also have Johnny Barnes, who used to own
yeah.
Jody.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, the egg
Yeah.
specialist of
Yes,
St. Johns County.
that's right.
So we're
Yes.
excited. It's just going to be a fun, heartwarming event. So.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
awesome.
very cool.
Yeah. Also, I know some big news recently with some big listings. This is
Yes,
really
we
your
have.
world. Let's talk about this. What do you got?
Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you saw Jack's Barbecue is officially on the market.
Whoa.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What was that like taking that on? I mean, that's a lot of
That's a
pressure,
local
Jenna. Yeah,
staple.
seriously.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's exciting. I met Brad through another transaction we were working on, that property he purchased a couple months ago, and we just hit it off. He's a great human, very smart, very knowledgeable, great businessman. And at the time, he was actually under contract on that property. Someone was going to buy it. They had solicited him off market. They had negotiated a deal. And at the last minute, it ended up falling through.
Mm.
And I think he kind of got used to the idea of being able to retire and go pursue his passions
Sure.
and, relax a little bit, enjoy life.
It's like when we all put in a lottery ticket, right? We all start
Yeah, you
planning.
start planning where
You're
you're
like,
gonna spend that
I'm going to
money."
win this and we're going to go do this. Yeah.
100%. So when the deal fell through, we had been talking throughout the process, and he reached out and was like, I think I'm ready. So, it's bittersweet. I know it's, an icon in our community, and, everybody loves Jack's, but it's also an exciting opportunity, So
Yeah.
I think the brewery is a beautiful new building, just built a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But Jack's Barbecue, someone could come in and carry on that tradition and make it bigger and better, or they could completely reconceptualize it.
It's the
There's-
best spot. It's one of the best
Yeah.
spots on the beach. I mean, it's just on. It's
Yeah.
on that main road going to
Yeah.
the beach. I mean, it's just. Yeah. You can't miss it. It's a wonderful place.
That is like food service industry hangout, like after your shift, you
Yes.
go and
Oh
get,
yeah. It has been
All the
forever.
locals.
Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
yeah.
The locals and the tourists. I mean, you can walk up after a long day at the beach in your flip flops and
Yeah.
grab a beer and
Yeah.
some barbecue, and
It's
life
really
is good.
awesome. Really
a lot
awesome.
of stories from that place.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can only
man.
imagine.
Lots of them for sure.
Yep.
Awesome. Well,
Speaking of landscape architecture.
yeah. Brett, tell us where we can find you, please, sir, where people can reach out to you, websites, socials, all that good stuff.
Yep, we're on Instagram, Castle Bay Design Studio. Also got a presence online, a website, castlebaydesignstudio.com. Location-wise, we're right across from Brisky's Barbecue, just north of 16 on US 1.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful pink building there, 2-story. So we're upstairs. Feel free to swing by and come talk to us.
We call it the Pepto-Bismol building, but
So do we.
There you go. And Jenna, anything else people need to know? Anywhere else we should be sending them for you?
Yeah, check out the website, grab your tickets for all of our upcoming events, and we're excited to see everyone.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Jenna, Brett, thank you all so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
A lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Very busy out there.
Yeah.
Very
Look at all
cool,
the
man.
projects that he's done around town. That's pretty amazing.
That's very
I love
impressive.
that. That was a great
very,
story.
very impressive. Yeah, man. Speaking of impressive, hopping on an old town trolley and seeing the sights and experiencing the sounds and the smells of downtown St. Augustine on their open air trolleys. Enjoy the city's European flavor, the brick-lined streets and the sights such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. It's a 90-minute tour, features 22 stops, and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. Trolley tickets include free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, free shuttle service to many area hotels, and free access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle Service. They are the green trains. We love them. You got to hop on one soon.
Hey, are you looking for top-notch service from a company that you can trust?
Yes.
Well, for over 45 years, Steve Chapman's All-American Air have been the go-to home service experts in St. Augustine, St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties. Whether you need warranty or non-warranty work on any make or model, they also have preventative maintenance agreements or brand new cutting-edge systems like the Lennox systems or the Ultra-Smart iComfort thermostat. All-American Air has all the newest and latest innovations for you to keep you comfortable year-round. Give them a call today, 904-461-0070.
And our friends at Bin 39 Wine Bar. If you're a wine lover, you got to mark your calendar for an extraordinary event at Bin 39 coming up with Canard Vineyards. It's a one-night only curated wine tasting experience. Again, February 27th, 2025 from 6 to 8 at Bin 39 on 4 St. George Street. You're going to join Adam Fox of Canard Vineyards for an exclusive tasting of hand-selected wines paired with live music and heavy hors d'oeuvres. Tickets just $99 per person. That's easy. Limited spots available. Give them a call, 904-827-5740. The deadline is coming up. It's February 24th. So get those tickets purchased before then.
Perfect Valentine's Day gift, and I got to give a quick shout out to happy birthday Susan Cass out there. Happy birthday, Queen. Enjoy it.
Hey, happy birthday, Susan. Very cool, man.
Irving's wife, super sweet.
All right, what's not super sweet are our horoscopes for a Friday.
Ooh.
Capricorn and Pisces on deck. Here we go, Capricorn. The concept of work-life balance is laughable, right, Capricorn? This week grants you no respite, just a cereal box of obligations and your favorite prize, more tasks. It's not my favorite prize.
No, yeah.
Attempts to climb the metaphorical mountain find you slipping on metaphorical ice. A perfect match for your frosty charm. If you're faced with a rebellion, even from your own reflection, there's solace in knowing that the ladder of success is quite real, just incredibly rickety. That's true. Prepare for countless sights. Breathe in deep, breathe in out. Breathe deep out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep breathing.
Yeah, just breathe. Pisces. Dreamy Pisces, welcome to the monochrome world of an expired filter.
Oh, wow. Great.
This week ensures you swim aimlessly, chasing your own tail more than tangible results. Okay. Expect attempts at grand artistic ventures to feel like drawing in quicksand. I know that feeling. When disappointment knocks, just remember, tears are temporary, so long as you're out of tissues.
Cry more or pee less, one or the other.
There you go.
All water.
What you got?
Hey, the afterglow party of the Florida Man Games is on Sabrage. Please save the date. This is going to be super awesome. April 27th. Come on board Sabrage. We have Bad Dog Mama that night. It's going to be rocking the beat with a mix of folk, blues, and rock music. There's sunset vibes and waterfront views in St. Augustine. Your ticket to this afterglow party guarantees you an epic night with potentially some of the greatest Florida Man Games champions and wild revealers alike. This, again, is Saturday, April 27th on Sabrage. You can get tickets at sabrage.com. I'll put a link in comments. Boarding starts at 6:30. Music and madness begin soon after. Don't miss it. Tickets are limited, so grab yours now and keep the Florida Man Games buzz going strong all year long.
That's right.
This is going to be awesome. Yeah, check that out.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We're all going to be there.
Ooh, I don't know if you're going to be at this one. I think you're going to be busy setting up. But Thursday, February 27th, there's a woodland lunch and card party.
And card party.
Yes, this is the Garden Club of St. Augustine. Join them for an annual fun event. Besides ham and its fixings and dessert made by their members, you will have a 50-50 drawing and door prizes galore. Woodland Luncheon and Card Party, February 27th, 12 to 3 p.m. on Old Moultrie Road. I'll put link in comments for that if you're interested.
Awesome.
Ooh, SAAAA monthly meeting with guest lecturer Austin Bell. What am I talking about? I'm talking about St. Augustine Archaeological Association. This is free and open to the public Tuesday, March 4th, 7 o'clock p.m. The 9 Lives of Florida's famous Key Marco Cat. I have no idea what that's about, but this is a lecture series that's going to be amazing at the Tiffany Room at Flagler College. Obviously about Archaeological Association stuff, but a lot of people get into this. He's a chief curator at the Museum of Florida of History. So yeah, free, open to the public, Tuesday, March 4th, 7 o'clock p.m.
Awesome. That'll be great. Speaking of great, Magnolia Family Dentistry, who is redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Led by Dr. Paolo Rodriguez, Magnolia Family Dentistry, not just about clean teeth. It is about a clean and extraordinary experience from start to finish. From the moment you step through their doors, you're going to be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your comfort and your well-being. Magnolia Family Dentistry is redefining dental excellence one smile at a time. Give them a call, make an appointment, see the difference. 904-824-0990, and our friends at Elace Med Spa, where you can refresh, rejuvenate, and glow at Elace. If you're looking for the perfect blend of relaxation and cutting-edge aesthetics, Elace Med Spa is your go-to for luxury spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic services. Indulge in a hydrating hydrofacial for a radiant glow. Refresh your look with Botox, dermal fillers, or laser treatments, and experience state-of-the-art care with the latest technology and expert advisors. From self-care to beauty enhancements, the Alace team is here to craft a personalized treatment plan especially for you. Top-tier service in a tranquil, inviting atmosphere that will leave you feeling renewed and confident. And if you drop Davey's name, you get $100 off.
Hey.
Elace. That is elace.com.
And Panache, they've been living the fabulous life since 1987. And of course, they invite everyone to their pamper party. Their mission is simple. They're there to sprinkle joy from head to heart, one guest at a time, from a chic haircut to a soul-soothing massage. The team is all about pampering you to the max. What sets Panache apart, you may ask? Well, it's their squad of talented experts on a mission to make your wildest dreams come true. Panache is an innovative salon where it's just an oasis just for you. Where innovation and artistry are their middle names, they turn your day from good to gorgeous. Get on those books, get posh, and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
All right, how were we finishing off the show today?
Some cursed images for everybody.
Okay.
All right, this first one, this person was in the Christmas spirit and did not want to cut the tree down.
Idiot.
This is crazy,
What
right?
What an idiot.
I wonder if it's fake. Like, maybe it's a joke. You know what I mean?
You know what? I hope it is.
Me too.
That could very well be. I hope it is.
Yeah. Ooh, instead of sign holder, these guys applied for fry guy. That's a little much there. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little creepy. Next up, I swear, officer, I only had one sippy cup full of high C fruit punch.
Nope. What was in that fruit punch?
Right, check. It could be high fructose
Yep.
corn syrup. Yeah, that's why it's high C. Next up, Pennywise striking again.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Why?
Whee!
That's parents who wanted to get rid of their kid.
Basically, yeah. Next up, wow, is that a kite or is that a tarp? I'm not quite sure.
I know her.
Yeah. Oh, next up. Woo.
Oh,
What
you
does
got some worries.
Yeah, what does boat stand for?
Yeah, that spend lots of money.
Yeah,
I
about
forget what
another
the
1,000.
There you
Yeah,
go. That's
there
right.
it is. Yeah. Oof. Next up, this is one way to work out. Just get a rolling cart on a treadmill.
Yeah, sure.
You did it. You get the digital points there.
Right.
Next up, safety first here. This is definitely sweeping the nation. You can perforate it for a little bit more air conditioning.
I don't think that's going to keep you very safe.
No, I don't know what that's going to do for you there. That's a new thing for Helmet Head. Next up, this could be happening at the Florida Man Games, right? America. Like,
Probably should. We should
yeah.
probably offer weddings in the back of a truck at the Florida Man Games.
Troy's an online minister. so
Troy
it could
is
work,
an
yeah.
online minister. Yeah.
And then next,
Oh,
I'm
geez.
sure this guy is working on birth control for sure. This is definitely Florida Man. That's fine.
A lot of Florida Man there. Yeah.
Just giving some fashion tips out there to everybody that's
Too
going.
much Florida Man there. Yeah. Great show. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, everybody out there watching. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
I won't see you next week. These guys will see you next week.